Singapore's myths and legends are lighting up the night in Bras Basah.Bugis. Across 5 locations, Light Together Bras Basah.Bugis transform familiar streets into an immersive trail of light and digital installations inspired by local folklore. The installations breathe new life into the superstitions and stories many Singaporeans grew up with, from knocking on wood to ward off bad luck to planting chilies and onions in hopes of keeping the rain away. Running till 5th September, visitors can explore installations at Arts Place at Waterloo Centre, the Reflection Pool at Bras Basah MRT Station, Stamford Place, Stamford Walkway, and the National Museum of Singapore. And here to share more is Jordan Tham. He's the Assistant Manager of HeritageSG. Jordan, Bras Basah is already known for Singapore's arts and heritage. What new experience does Light Together bring to the precinct, particularly at night?
Yeah, so the Bras Basah.Bugis precinct, it's so full of arts, culture and heritage. And Light Together Bras Basah.Bugis definitely adds to it. We are trying to bring new experiences in a fresh and engaging way. So for this year, Light Together Bras Basah.Bugis, we are exploring the theme of myths and legends. So there will be 5 locations in the precinct that will be transformed through lights and digital experiences. And this really gives visitors a chance to discover the hidden parts of the precinct, discover hidden gems, and really see familiar landmarks in a new light. So we really hope that through this experience, it inspires people to really come back to the precinct, not just during Light Together, but the whole year round to really explore the arts and cultural offerings we have.
Now, why was folklore, myths and everyday superstitions being chosen as an inspiration for this installation?
Yeah, so how we always grow up and we listen to all these different, myths, folklores. And one really nice thing about this story is it really tells us the multicultural background we have here in Singapore. And so for National Day, it is obviously right to celebrate what makes Singapore special. And these stories are what makes Singapore special.
Now, it's interesting because these installations reimagine familiar beliefs, like from knocking on wood to planting chilies and onions to keep the rain away. How do you work that with artists to translate that into immersive light and digital experiences?
Yes, so we gave the artists a brief, just stories, typical stories, and we threw them a challenge. How do we represent the stories that are relevant and engaging in today's context? So, for example, we have plant chilies, there no rain at Bras Basah, a reflection pool at Bras Basah MRT station. So they took this simple belief and really took creative liberty, and they created large glowing sculptures of chili and onions. At the same time, they also used these sculptures and turned them into stools for people to sit and chill. So they're able to transform the space into a chill zone. So I think that is something quite unique about the experience and what the artists really can bring to the festival and enliven the vibrancy of the precinct.
So how has the response been, knowing that the opening weekend has just wrapped up?
It was amazing. It was very heartening to see a lot of friends and families come down and really, explore the installations. And you always hear someone saying, "Do you notice that? Do you see that? Do you remember that?" Yeah. So I think these little stories are fragments of people's memories and imagination. And one example I can give is Voyage of Icons by Howie Kim. So this animation will take place at the facade of the National Museum of Singapore. And this story is not linear. It is a combination of different myths, legends, and folklore. And it invites people to really interpret the stories however they want and form their own connections. So I think that is quite nice.
Now, for those who are unfamiliar with these folklores, what do you hope that they can take away from the experience of this installation?
Well, definitely the stories that really spark imagination and conversation. I think that is really the spirit of myths and legends. We tell each other stories, we share our experiences, for example, touch wood, when we say something inauspicious and we hope that it doesn't happen. So these stories, I feel, really brings people together, it sparks conversation, and that is what I really hope that installations really do.
Well, the Singapore Night Festival is kicking off later this month. How does Light Together complement that festival?
Yes, so both of these festivals are organized by HeritageSG, and the shared theme is intentional. We wanted to create an experience that is seamless. So when you visit Light Together Bras Basah.Bugis and Singapore Night Festival, it's the same theme, but then you get to see more experiences that responds to the theme. Yeah.
Well, Jordan, thank you so much for shedding light in this installation that you have. And we've been speaking to Jordan Tham, Assistant Manager of HeritageSG.